Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are fine and you all are safe. So today we'll continue chapter number 3, Mr. Chips, and we'll end it and we'll end it. So chapter number 3, we discussed earlier that how Mr. Chips spent his time by living at Mrs. Wicket's and how he met with students and he found connection, and then he started recalling if he found any connection. In this chapter earlier he found connection with calling the doctor who died who was murdered, who was killed in medal for services. So let's start reading. A pleasant, placid life at Mrs. Wicket's. He had no worries. His pension was adequate, and there were a little money saved up besides. He could afford everything and anything he wanted. His room was furnished simply and with schoolmasterly taste. A few bookshelves and sporting trophies, a mantelpiece crowded with fixture, cards and signed sorry, photographs of boys and men, a worn turkey carpet, big easy chairs, pictures on wall of the Acropolis and the Forum. Nearly everything had come out of his old housemaster's room in schoolhouse. The books were chiefly classical, and for that he had been his subjects. I mean, the books had been his subjects, and were there was, however, seasoning of misery and sorry, I just lost the line. Let me read it again. Okay, seasoning of history and Bell's letters. There was also a bottom shelf piled up with cheap conditions of detective novels. Chips enjoyed these. Sometimes he took down Virgil or Xenophon and read for a few moments, but he was soon back again with Dr. Thorndyke or Inspector French. He was not, despite his long years of assiduous teaching, a very profound classical scholar indeed. He thought of Latin and Greek for more as dead languages. From the English gentleman ought to know a few quotations than a living tongue that had ever been spoke by living people. So now it is in this paragraph, the writer is telling you the room of Mr. Chips is like room of a schoolmaster. I mean, everyone has its own profession, and everyone sets one's room according to the profession. For example, if you see a doctor's room, you must find something like the pictures or any other thing, the room of a doctor, which shows you that yes, this is a doctor's room, like a pen with you can see the with the shape of skeleton or bone, or you can see calendar or some pictures on a wall. I mean, whatever, you will find that the person is a doctor. Similarly, if you go and visit a room of an artist, you will find something that artists keep. So Mr. Chips, because he was a teacher, so and here the writer says that his room, also his room looks like a teacher's room. Like the books are settled, he has some trophies, and then he has novels and signed pictures, signed cards. Everything was in ship shape, in order. So this, it looks like, yes, this is a teacher's room. And then he shared that he has, because he has taught classical books, classical subjects like history, Yet he was interested, and he is still interested in detective novel that he used to read, and he liked those novel very much, even though the taste is entirely different. I mean, one side he is teaching classical histories, and second, on the other hand, he is reading fiction, and that fiction is specifically about very economical or very I mean, the common detective novels. And then the writer has also shared few names like Dr. Thorndike, Inspector French. These are the names of those detective novels. And then he believes that the languages should be lived, and he believed that Latin and Greek, they both are dead languages, because you know how a language is alive or how a language becomes dead. But when the people or when the speakers of that language is no more, they're not living and they're not using the language becomes dead, and we consider this language a dead. So the speakers of English language, they were increasing at that time, and the speakers of French, Latin, or you can see sorry, not French but Latin and Greek, were decreasing. So he called these languages dead. And he says that the language or the speakers of that language are no more. And he spoke the language because it is spoken by the living people, and when the people are no more alive, how do you believe the languages are alive? I mean, so of course the languages are dead when you're not speaking, when you're not using. So this is what the chips thinks about it. So he said that he liked those short leading articles in the Times that introduce a few tags that he recognized to be among the swindling number of people who understood such things was to him a kind of secret and valued Freemasonry it represented. He felt one of the chief benefits to be derived from classical education. वो टाइम्स का एक अखबार, एक इट्स अ न्यूज़पेपर, टाइम अखबार है जिसको जिसमें कुछ आर्टिकल्स होते थे जिसे वो बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद करता था, एंड ही बिलीव्ड दैट इट इज़ वेरी वैल्यूएबल, और इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छी चीज़ें जो है वो पब्लिश होती हैं, और उनको वो जो है वो अपने हमेशा अपने पास रखता था, एंड ही बिलीव दैट दे रिप्रेजेंट एंटीक, दे आर एंटीक पीस, और इट रिप्रेजेंट क्लासिकल वर्क और क्लासिकल नॉलेज और एजुकेशन। तो वो उसको हमेशा अपने पास ही रखा करता था। So there he lived at Mrs. Wickett's with the quiet enjoyments of reading and talking and remembering. An old man, white-haired and only a little bald, still fairly active for his year, drinking tea, receiving calls, basing. Let me show it the reading. Sorry. Okay. Um, so sorry, I again missed the line. um so he was actually, writer is telling you that how he spent his time. I mean, he is not telling you how he looks like, how Mr. Chips looks like, कि वो एक एक्टिव वाइट हेयर्ड और थोड़ा सा गंजा आदमी है, यानी इतना ज्यादा गंजा नहीं है कि उसके सारे बाल उतर गए हो, लेकिन थोड़े थोड़े बाल हैं भी और थोड़ा थोड़ा गंज भी है, सो ही इज बिटवीन, यू कैन कॉल इट, बॉल्ड इज एक्चुअली गंजा। और बड़ा एक्टिव भी है, और चीज़ों को लेके वो कैसे चलता है, लोगों से वो कैसे मिलता है, उनको इनवाइट करता है, तो ये सारी चीज़ें जो है ना वो इसमें आपको बता रहा है। So, drinking tea, receiving callers, busying himself with corrections for the next edition of the Brookfield Field and Directory, writing his occasional letters in thin, spidery but very legible scripts. He had new masters to tea, as all as new boys there was. Two of them that autumn term, and as they were leaving after their visit, one of them commented, "Quite a character, the old boy, isn't he? All the fuss about mixing the tea, a typical bachelor, if ever there was one." तो इसमें वो फिर आपको बताता है कि किस तरीके से चिप्स जो है रहता था या किस तरीके से वो काम कर रहा था। जैसे वो उसने अपनी एक न्यू एक्टिविटी ढूँढ ली थी कि ही इज़ करेक्टिंग द नेक्स्ट एडिशन डायरेक्टरी ऑफ ब्रोकफील्ड, एंड he is actually utilizing his time by adding a lot of activities in his life. And when he invited someone for tea, and especially जब वो खिज़ां के दौर में अपने टीचर से मिलने जाते थे तो वो तबसरा करते थे। So this is a quite habit of students at Brookfield. They share it with others as well, they share with their teachers as well, they do comment on their teacher. तो उसकी एक मज़ेदार सी एक लाइन यूज़ करते हैं जिसको वो कहते हैं कि क्या he has such a good character, he is a young, he is an old boy। तो दो opposite बातें वो इकट्ठे मिला देते हैं। So basically by using the word boy means that he is energetic। कि और फिर वो उसपे मज़ाक करते थे कि किस तरीके से वो किस जोश से वो चाय मिलाता है जैसे कि कोई कोई कंवारा हो। I mean he is still as young as he was, which was oddly incorrect because Chips was not a bachelor at all. He had married, though it was so long ago that none of the staff at Brookfield could remember his wife। और फिर वो इसी को वाइंड अप करते हुए इस चैप्टर के एंड में आपको बताता है कि इसमें कोई ऐसी बात नहीं है, इसमें कोई छुपी बात नहीं है कि चिप्स जो है वो मैरिड नहीं था। बहुत कम लोग जानते हैं ही वाज मैरिड बिकॉज़ हिज वाइफ डाइड years ago। He was married for few years and then his wife died। So none of his fellows or his staff or any other acquaintance remembered that he was once married। So that's all about today's chapter. Tomorrow we will discuss the exercise, of course, the short answer or questions and synonym of this chapter, and then we'll move to the next chapter in coming week. Till then, take care and Khuda Hafiz.